This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting at its finest. America's bi-state voice of freedom. Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. Good Thursday morning to everybody. We're going to take care of our housekeeping. Then we're going to go crazy. That crap in the newspaper yesterday is unbelievable. And I've got so many calls. People are giving me all kind of names on who this pedophile protester is. Now, I don't know who the hell it is, but there's somebody out there that's protesting, and people are calling me, giving me names, and of course it's all alleged at this time, people. But if there's a protester who's a pedophile and there's children around, that's not right. But we're going to talk about that. It's getting to be very interesting. They say this guy's stalking everybody. Don't know who he is, but they say he's a pedophile protester. And we'll talk about that momentarily. Let's take care of our housekeeping. America's voice of freedom. We are the Patriot. You can call toll-free 1-888-394-1430. On the east side, 394-1190. Give me a call. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. As long as I'm not going crazy on something, I'll put you on the air. Because you do, as everyone in this great country has the right to have 15 minutes of recognition. We all deserve to be recognized. The 25th annual Easter party at the Caseyville Community Building, 909 South Main Street, to be held tomorrow, March the 25th, from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Free admission. They're going to have soda, chips, hot dogs, and tuna fish. Hey, only in Caseyville would they have tuna fish with hot dogs, but that's okay. Great people. I want to say hi again to the greatest mayor Caseyville's ever had, Mayor Leonard Black. What a great leader. I just wish the board members would follow his suit. I want to ask you, get off on a sidetrack. Why in all these small towns, everybody wants to fight each other? Hell, there's nothing to fight for. It's not New York City. It's not Los Angeles, California. It's not Chicago, Illinois. What the hell? Everybody should get together. Mayor Black has tried to bring them together. And he got this idiot, this John Buckley out there, and I'll talk about him at some point. What a complete imbecile that stupid son of a bitch is. But anyway, it helps the Caseyville Food Pantry, and it's sponsored by the Caseyville Fire Department Auxiliary. So if you guys can make it out there tomorrow from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Community Center. Boulder Dash will be performing this Saturday, March the 26th from 7 to 11 p.m. They'll be performing at the Sportsman's Club, located at 1535 North County Road in the great town of Mascoutah, Illinois. For any information or any concerns, you can call 618-566-2175. The Good Friday Fish Fry tomorrow at the Lebanon, Illinois Fire Department, to be held from 4 to 7:30 p.m. And if you guys can make it out there, please do. It's at the Lebanon Fire Department. Their Good Friday Fish Fry. We'll be here Saturday for the Millstadt Firemen's Annual Barbecue. Pork steaks, bratwurst, chicken, hamburgers. This will be held Easter weekend this Saturday from 11 a.m. till whenever. Any questions or concerns? 476-1234. Coming up Saturday, March the 26th. from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. They're having a porch sale in Millstadt to raise money for their senior citizens. That's at the Millstadt Senior Citizens Porch and Sidewalk Sale, located at 102 South Jefferson in Millstadt, Illinois. If you guys have any questions or concerns, you can contact the beautiful Patty Avansco. It's 618-476-3731. And she wanted to remind us that that's also the day of the Millstadt barbecue. And Randy, Millstadt Township Supervisor, Randy Eckert, the Millstadt Township Supervisor, we want to thank you for all you do for the good people of Millstadt. Easter dinner coming up this Sunday, March the 27th, to be held at the O'Fallon, Illinois American Legion Hall. It's sponsored by the O'Fallon, Illinois Moose Lodge. They're located, the American Legion, at 109 North Penn Street in O'Fallon. Easter dinner will be held from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And also their Easter egg hunt will be held March the 26th from 1 to 3 p.m. at the O'Fallon American Legion in O'Fallon, Illinois. We got this trivia night. 10th annual 4-H trivia night, Saturday, April the 2nd. It'll benefit the 4-H Club for St. Clair County. It's going to be held at the Agricultural Building at Shreve Park in Muscuda. Any questions or concerns, you can call 939-3434. And Tim, thank you very much for that information. Robin Yarber, the New Baden Fire Department Chicken and Beer Dance will be held on April the 2nd at the New Baden American Legion. Any questions or concerns? 618-531-4625. Our good friends at the Rotary Club, St. Clair County West. Well, that was yesterday. Get the hell's out of here. Don't forget our good friends at Smith and Turner Hall. Every Friday during Lent from 5 to 8 p.m. The best fish in St. Clair County. Don't forget, you can pick me up on iTunes. Type in Bob Romanik and or the Grim Reaper Radio. You can archive any of my shows. If you want to hear what I said, if you want to get a headache, if you want to get a stomach ache, tune in my rebroadcast shows. You can also go to our streaming site, insanebroadcasting.com, one word, common spelling, for the best of all three of our stations. And there's people in southern Illinois. You get past DuQuoin and around there, you can't pick up our signals. They weren't meant to go that far anyway, but you can always go on a computer all around the world. We've got people in New York, people in Afghanistan, some of our military, and we're proud of that. So go to our streaming site, insanebroadcasting.com, one word, to pick us up all throughout this great world of ours. You can hear my repeat performance every day at 4 o'clock p.m. and also now broadcasting from the graveyard to the graveyard shift every night, Monday through Friday at the stroke of midnight. And please like us on our Facebook page, St. Clair County Freedom Coalition on Facebook. And KQQZ has a Facebook page too, KQQZ 1190. KQQZ 1190 AM and KZQZ 1430 AM. Go to our radio station Facebooks. I've never been on it because I'm an idiot. I don't know how to work it, but if you guys do, please do. On this date, March the 24th, 1883, long-distance telephone service was inaugurated between Chicago and New York City. On this date, March the 24th, 1898, the first automobile was sold. 1898, Alexander Winton sold his first automobile that he built in Cleveland to a mining engineer called Robert Allison for $1,000 back in 1898. On this date, March the 24th, 1930, the first religious service was telecast on TV. On this date, for you Elvis fans, Elvis Presley on this date, March the 24th, 1958, entered the United States Army. On this date, March the 24th, 1973, during a Buffalo, New York concert, a crazed man leaped upon the stage and bit great singer Lou Rawls in the butt. Now, Sweet Cakes Kern, don't get any ideas. Stay away from the singers on the stage. And I think you know what I mean, Kern. On this date, March the 24th, 1989, the Exxon Valdez oil spill leaked 11 million gallons of oil into one of the nature's richest habitats at Prince William Sound. That's what happened on this date, March the 24th. throughout all these years in our world's history. Tomorrow, hopefully, our good friend, a great representative to this great state of Illinois, Charlie Myers, state representative out of the 108th district from Oakville. He'll be on the show to be transparent. And, you know, he gets heat. He gets heat for coming on my show and talking to me. And you know what Charlie told me? He says, hey, Bob, I agree. This is America. I don't agree with everything you say, Bob. I don't agree with everything you do, Bob. But I do agree that we have the right to be heard. And a man like Charlie Myers stands up to these rotten, ignorant bastards, too. He's not coming on here to endorse me, to endorse my show and my thoughts and my political views. He's coming on to talk to the good people of the 108th Legislative District that put him up to Springfield. He is transparent. He'll talk. He don't give a damn where he's got to go to get his word out, because that's what men do. So State Representative Charlie Myers will be with us tomorrow. If he's not up in Springfield, he talked about having to go up to Springfield for some kind of state business. But if not, he'll be on our show tomorrow, and he's from Oakville. And you guys are fortunate to have somebody like that from Oakville. Want to say hi to Gary William and Marion Carvalette. I met them in Wood River. Great people. Thank you guys for listening. Thank everybody for listening. We sincerely appreciate that. Let's get started. I've got some calls on Skippy the peanut butter man, Kernan. And I had a gentleman call that tried to somewhat defend him, a nice gentleman, got a lot of respect for. But I told him to tell Skippy Boy can call and defend himself. See, that's the problem, people, and I know you get tired of me saying it, but don't we get tired of these bastards doing it? Don't we get tired of these bastards doing it? They're never, ever going to be transparent. They're going to make us beg them. We don't make them beg us for the paycheck, the big paycheck, the big pensions, the big benefits that we give these rotten, thieving son of a bitches. No, we're not going to have it. I was handed a note here from Kevin Nodine. Thank you very much. Wanted to give our condolences to the Braun family, you know, the great family from Cahokia, Braun Funeral Home. Frank Braun, I know, is passed, and we just want to wish the Braun family the best. They've been around for a long time. So, Kevin, thank you for that information. Also, want to say hi to Tony Lopino. Originally from East St. Louis. He's a retired vet, lives in South St. Louis. So all of our friends in South St. Louis and Tony Lopino, thank you very much, and thank you for your service to our great, great country. Speaking of service to our great country, the guys, Chico and the guys from Kaysville dropped off a bunch of meat at the radio station. Hey, guys, thank you very much. You didn't need to do that, but we sincerely appreciate it. Chico and the guys, thank all of you for your kindness out there in Kaysville at the Polish-American War Vets, but even more than that, and I'm serious as a heart attack, thank you for your valued friendship. Come by and see me sometime, guys. We'll get you back on the air. Well, that's if you Polish guys can find the radio station. Now, I'm only kidding. You guys are very, very intelligent. The Polish people are very intelligent, but the guys out there at the Polish-American War Vets, they're just not very good looking, but hell, I don't guess there's anything they can do about that. We talked yesterday about all these protests, and everything just kind of, people called. I had many calls, and somebody called in and somebody was yelling at one of the protests about this one lone protester. Don't know who he is. Some people have given me names, but I can't put names out until it's alleged at this time, and I don't want to put names out until we get some factual information. But if it's factual, what a no good, no count, good for nothing, low life bastard this is. This son of a bitch, they tell me whoever he is, goes around as like a one-man protest, and they're calling him the pedophile protester. Now, an idiot who goes around is a professional protester. They tell me this guy, whoever he is, he doesn't have a job. He lives in his mom's basement. And I don't know if he dates his mom, but if an idiot like that, he should date his mom and get away from the young boys, if you know what I mean. And is just a complete miserable person. Now, there have been a couple names battered about, and one name in particular, again, can't give the name because we don't have any factual information. But, you know, we've had so many calls and we, again, can't divulge the name until we get more facts and confirmation of this egregious alleged pedophilia. Now, how the hell, people always have the right to protest, but never, you hear me, never do they have the right to sexually abuse children. What the hell's wrong with some people? And if this guy, whoever he is, and some people think they know who he is, and I don't know at this point, because again, it's alleged. Why the hell wouldn't that guy get some psychiatric care? You know, whoever you are out there, and you're definitely known as a pedophilia protester, you need to get help before you abuse another child, you low life, no good for nothing, no count, lousy scum of the earth, son of a bitch and bastard. Nothing worse than to abuse a child. But next time, if you see this idiot protester, whoever he is, at any event, and there was a few out at our event, and somebody yelled, pedophile protester, you're a pedophile protester. And I don't know, I didn't hear it because I was on the air, but they said this gentleman, and I use that term very loosely, got red in the face and waddled off. Now, there was a couple protesters there, so we can't pinpoint, but they tell me this guy, they call him the lone pedophile protester. Next time, if you see this idiot or see an idiot protester on his own at any event, just wonder if he is the pedophile protester, and if he is, please don't let it go unnoticed. If I know some bitch is a pedophile, I'm going to expose him. I hear that this asswipe pedophile protester intimidates and threatens people all over the county. And again, don't know who he is. Maybe some of you people do. I don't know if you've been to places where the lone pedophile protester's been out there. But again, please, whoever you are, and it appears that many people know who you are, get help, you low-life, sick son of a bitch. Unbelievable. Guy's out protesting. I don't know what the hell he's even protesting for. But people, you don't have to call me. I've got the names of 2 or 3 people. One name really sticks out, and we can't talk about it again until we get confirmation. But they tell me, somebody give us information, that this gentleman was arrested and charged with a felony in the state of Oregon, and it might have been, don't know, hasn't been confirmed, might have been for pedophilia. Now, we got to know when we have crap bums, I like to use another word, but I don't want to get fined. We have crap bums like this in our community hanging around our children. You know, these politicians are bad enough, but I won't even put these low-life, no-count, good-for-nothing politicians in the same category that I put a pedophile, a no-good son of a bitch, fat-ass bastard who abuses young children, young boys. Are you crazy? That's what's wrong, people. We fight each other for bull crap. Then we've got jerk-offs like whoever this son of a bitch out there, this fat-ass bastard, who's intimidating everybody, who's threatening everybody, who's alleged to be a pedophile. Don't know who this guy is. But we don't take time to worry about that. We worry about the small things. Let's worry about the big things. Let's worry about taking care of our country. Let's worry about taking care of our children. And for you pedophile protester, whoever the hell you are, everybody's watching you, you idiot. And your day will come. Because you can protest. Again, you can protest all you want. That's what we do in this great country. But what we also do in this great country, and I know it's not legal, so we can't do it, but I'd like to take a ball bat to a pedophile, to a no-good son of a bitch that messes with innocent young children, innocent young boys. Are you crazy? I'd like to put a ball bat to his head and knock him silly. Of course, you can't knock him silly, whoever this son of a bitch is. And I think a lot of people may know. So don't call. We've got calls, and people have been calling in and giving names and laughing at this guy. Don't call, because we've got the names, and we're going to turn them over to the authorities, and we're going to see what's going to happen. But toll free, 1-888-394-1430 on the east side, 394-1190 if you want to talk about the pedophile protester, but don't give any names because we're not, we're alleging it at this point. But this is serious. I will not stand for somebody out there abusing young boys. Will not do it. So whoever you are, pedophile protester, you idiot, Come out of your mom's basement. Quit taking her out to dinner and to a show and maybe to bed, I don't know, and get you some psychiatric help. Because you are a rotten, no-count, good-for-nothing son of a bitch. We're going to take a break momentarily, but I got to talk about St. Louis real quick. Hey, Francis Slay, you complete idiot. How safe it is. You're like Maximus Vaginus over here in Belleville. Police find 3 bodies in a 20-minute span in North St. Louis. Now, all the killings going on, and we're playing politics. We ought to all stop playing politics and people. I'm running for office. I've talked to people throughout the state now. I've talked to some of these political people, and on both sides, there's some real rotten son of a bitch. They say I'm a no-good bastard. Hell, you know what? I ought to be up there with the Pope. I don't hold a candle to some of these son of a bitches. And a guy said yesterday again, Romanik, you got to watch what you say, how you act, how you dress. I said, are you crazy? I said, these guys up in Springfield, these politicians all over the state, these son of a bitches go to church 3 days a week. These son of a bitches have nice families. These son of a bitches wear a suit every day. Got their fingernails clean. They don't cuss. They drive a nice economic vehicle. But boy, when they get into their public offices, they're a bunch of low-life, thieving, no-count, good-for-nothing, scumbag bastard, political, parasitical punks that we call politicians. Give a damn how somebody looks. I give a damn what somebody does. That's the problem. You go to court, and I've said this before, and think about it. And the first thing the attorney will tell somebody that's a defendant, innocent or guilty, hey, your hair's too long, get it cut. Cut that beard off that you've had for 30 years. And don't wear those kind of clothes. Go get you a nice suit. Why the hell do we have to dress someone up if he's innocent? I don't give a damn if he comes dirty. Don't give a damn if he comes with long hair and he comes with a beard. I don't care if he's got hair on his ass like Mrs. Sweet Cakes Kern. If you're innocent, you're innocent. But people take everything at face value. And you can't do that anymore in this great country. You cannot do that anymore. You know, Ted Bundy, the guy that was going to be an attorney, very intelligent man in Florida, killed 30, 40, 50 people. He looked good. They tell me, and I read some articles, very nice, young man, good-looking young man, very polite. Hell, he was polite until he killed a bunch of damn people. And then there's a guy that homeless-looking, long hair, that would save your life, that's living out there on the street. So don't let appearances get to you. We've got some callers. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Hello?
Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Hey, Bob, how you doing? Just want to congratulate you. If they're protesting, they're worried. You're doing a great job. Keep up the great work.
Well, thank you, sir. You made my day. Where do you live at, sir?
Dupont, Illinois.
Dupont, Illinois. Well, I'll tell you, we've got some friends out in Dupont, and I hope all the good people of Dupont have seen through this culture of corruption in St. Clair County, has been seen through Herb Simmons, your neighbor in East Carondelet, have seen through everything that's going on. You good people in Dupont deserve more. You're not getting your fair share out there in Dupont because you guys aren't kissing their ass politically.
Absolutely not.
Well, hey, listen, Rob, thank you for the call, sir. Thanks for the compliment. You keep up the good work. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom. Hey, and Kern, we still can't find you up there. Say you're hiding in the closet. Come out of the closet, Mark Sweet Cakes Kern, and be transparent to the good people of St. Clair County, you no-count, good-for-nothing, low-life son of a bitch. America's bi-state voice, again, of freedom. Not bisexual voice, Kern, bi-state. Radical Radio, if you haven't already noticed. And we are, as always, very, very proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, very proud to be the Patriot. I turn the TV on late at night, CNN, MSNBC, Fox, all this presidential crap. These guys are crazier than we are. And, you know, Donald Trump, I don't know if I agree with everything he says or does, but I got to say, that sumbitch is a man. He ain't backing down for nobody. This crazy son of a bitch, and I got to respect him for that. I don't know who I'm supporting in the general election because we vote the person, not the party. Members of the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, we're not hypocrites. We're not going to say we're voting for this guy. I'm running as a Republican. But I'll be damned if I go to Springfield and that no-count low-life Madigan, the House Speaker, has something good for my legislative district, the 114th has something good for the good people of St. Clair County, I'll be supportive. Don't give a damn if he's a communist, if he's going to do something for my people that I represent. How novel is that? We've got some callers. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
It's Bob.
Yes, it is.
Donald Trump. How are you?
Hey, Mr. Trump, it's an honor to have you call me, sir. What the hell?
Let me say this to you, Bob. I've been listening to you. When I have a few moments on the road, I've been following you online for years and years and years. And I thought I was crazy until I listened to you. And this is why I'm calling in. I'm going to officially endorse you for state representative because you really, 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 really have the people behind you, and you're not afraid to say what's on your mind. And I've admired you for a number of years, Bob.
Well, hey, Mr. Trump, it is an honor and a privilege to have you, sir. How are you doing on your campaign?
I'm pissed off, Bob. Let me tell you why. Lion Cruz. Last night I get up. You know, I'm a decent guy. I mean, I respect the women. I love the women. The women love Donald. He's putting crap on the internet about Melania. You know, my wife. I got a hot wife. She's really, really, really hot. And I know you appreciate a hot woman.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do,
anyway,
Mr. Trump.
Anyway, he's got this crap on the internet about meet your next first lady, and he's got this old picture of Melania from GQ magazine, got her in the buff, got this stuff all over the place, and he's trying to embarrass my wife. Now, I'm going to tell you, if it's not Lion Ted, it's little Marco. Remember, he was making a big deal about my hand a couple of weeks ago, and you know what they say, and believe me, Bob, I have really, really big hands. You know what they say about big hands, right?
No, Mr. Trump. What do they say about big hands?
Big gloves. You wear big gloves.
Oh.
And this is something that you and I both have in common. We like hot women. We got really, really big hands. But that's besides the point. So Lion Ted, he's putting my half-naked wife out here on the internet trying to embarrass me because the GOP wants to steal the nomination from me, and I'm not going to let it happen because there's going to be hell to pay if they try to steal this thing.
Yeah. You know what I like about you, Mr. Trump, and I mean this sincerely. If you are Mr. Trump, I have no way to know that you are. You sound like Mr. Trump. You look like Mr. Trump. Well, I don't know if you look like Mr. Trump. I can't see you, but I think a guy like you and a guy like me, we've got the guts to stand up to these son of a bitches. We're not politically correct, but Mr. Trump, don't you agree that this political correct crap has killed this great country of ours for the last 50, 100 years? Don't you think that more people should be like you, be like me, whether you're Democrat, Republican, stand up for what you believe in and don't back down?
Damn right, Bob. And that's why I'm trying to make America hate again. Make America hate again. We don't have to take this crap. I'm having rallies. You've seen these rallies all over the country.
Yes, I have.
People are coming up trying to protest, and I'm telling them, punch these son of a bitches in the face. Politically, of course, but punch these son of a bitches in the face. I noticed, read in the newspaper, you had a rally at the courthouse in, is it Belleville?
Yes, in Belleville, Illinois, sir.
Bob, if I can make a suggestion, you need to have more professional protesters in the crowd to punch these son of a bitches in the face. They don't want you there, just like they don't want me out here campaigning. You got to punch these son of a bitches, these Kerns, these Spragues, these son of a bitches. You got to punch them politically, of course. You got to punch them in the face. And even if you accidentally punch them, I'll pay for the lawyers, and I'll, because it's not what you do, it's whether you can beat it in court.
Hey, Mr. Trump, I'm going to give you the last word, sir, and it really is. If you are Mr. Trump, it's an honor and a privilege, and we wish you the best down the road, whatever you do, because, again, and I mean this sincerely, you got the guts to stand up, and that's what America needs. It needs somebody, it needs everybody to stand up for what they believe in, whether it's right or wrong. If you believe it, if in your heart you believe it, Mr. Trump, you fight for it, and I think that's the kind of individual you are.
And I'm telling you, Bob, if I get elected, you're going to see great things. I'm going to build that East St. Louis riverfront up so greater than you can ever believe. And I'm going to build a Trump casino right there on that East St. Louis riverfront. And guess who's going to pay for it? Sprague, Kern, Barasevic, and the rest of those scumbags. God bless you, Bob. And let's make America hate again.
Mr. Howard, Donald Trump. Hey, I don't know who that guy was, but I tell you what, it sounded like Trump. I don't believe it was, but it could have been. So, hey, sir, Mr. Trump, thank you very much, and I agree with you. I think we need to make America great again, and we need to develop that riverfront in East St. Louis, and I will help do that. But what an honor and a privilege to have somebody even sound like Donald Trump give me a call. So thank you very much.
By the way, Grim, I just want to let you know, as your official producer, the caller ID when he called did say D. Trump.
It did?
The caller ID said D.
Okay.
Trump.
Well, hey, Mr. Trump, I apologize. Thank you very much, sir. Let's keep fighting the fight. This national politics, it's crazy. We got Cruz, and they say it's not him, and he is a lying son of a bitch. Got Trump's wife. What the hell do you care about Trump's wife? She's a hot little gal. Hell, be proud. I mean, they're mad. And again, I'm not defending Trump. Well, yes, I am. I'm not supporting Trump. I don't know, but I'm defending Trump. I said depending because I was thinking about Sprague and his Depends diapers. It was a Freudian slip, of course. But why the hell you put somebody's wife out in that arena? She's just supporting. She's never said anything bad about the Cruzes. But that shows you these desperate politicians, they live their lives to be in elected office because they're nobody. They're nobody like Barasevic tells people, well, what am I going to do if I retire? Oh, yes, I make more money, but I'm not the chief judge. See, that's not why you take public office. You don't take public office for self-esteem. You take it to help the people, to represent the people, and these no good son of a bitches just aren't doing it. We're going to take a break here in a moment, but I got to get back on this. I had so many callers, and people don't thank me. I've had people call me, stop me, thank me for yesterday. Don't ever thank me. I'm just doing what I think's right, and if you do what you think's right, you don't need thanks. You don't need praise. I went home last night, and I said, you know what? I give that News Democrat that rotten piece of crap hell. And it's back in the paper again today on the front page. And I will not give her name out. I know everybody knows who it is, but I will not do it. At some point, she was drawn into prostitution. What the hell? This poor gal has been gone 12 years. Family's been worrying about her, even though at some point they were estranged. But people fight. Families fight. 12 years later, they find a torso. Decapitated, arms off, legs off. Now the family has to relive that. That was their daughter. That was a mother. That was a sister. That was a friend. And the son of a bitches go back again. She had been married 3 times and bore at least 1 child. Now, you rotten bastards, why don't you confirm how many children she had? at least and bore at least one child, like she run the street. You know, let me tell you, and I know it's probably not politically correct, and I said it yesterday. Give a damn if this lady was a prostitute. She was a human being. Where are all you religious people at? Huh? Didn't Jesus, and I'm not a religious guy, didn't Jesus hang with the prostitute? Didn't Jesus hang with the criminals? What the hell's wrong? What the hell's wrong with you people? And I don't mean all of you. I mean the people that won't come out and say, hey, nobody's perfect. But they want to give this woman, and now their family, the family, they got to go, and they had a funeral with a torso. You know, this lady was probably killed, dismembered. I just hope and pray, and I don't pray much, but I hope that she was dead before she was dismembered. There's some sick son of a bitches out there. But for the Belleville News Democrat, and come after me, News Democrat, let people put crap in the paper. See, they pick and choose what they let people write in the paper. You don't see much good about Bob Romanik, and I don't care. I don't have to have some son of a bitch talk good about Bob Romanik. I know who the hell I am. I know what I do. I know what I do for my community, for the people of this country. And if there was a lot more Bob Romaniks, it'd be a lot better place. And I don't give a damn. I'm patting myself on the back. But for these rotten bastards to make the family relive not only the horrific death, but big letters, she was a known prostitute. I don't give a damn if you screw everybody in town. You don't deserve to die for it, people. But that shows you how egregious. You know, it's just like these St. Clair County politicians. They don't give a damn who they hurt. They don't give a damn who they destroy. All they give a damn about is themselves. And that's got to stop, people. We have to stop this culture of corruption. And you bastards at the Belleville News Democrat, you editors, come get me. I'm sure there'll be some editorials about that I'm a no-good son of a bitch, a rotten felon, I'm this, I'm that. You son of a bitches, come after me all you want. See, because I can defend myself. Went to the doctor yesterday in excellent health for an old man. Blood pressure 97 over 67. All my levels are good. And I only say that to tell my enemies, I ain't going to die soon. You're going to have to kill me. And I don't mean politically. But I want to defend this woman, this human being. Don't give a damn if she was a prostitute. That did nothing but hurt herself. People go down the wrong paths a lot of times. Sometimes they get helped and they come out okay. Other times they don't. And this is what happens. But she was a human being, people. And I'll defend her. I don't give a damn if she was a prostitute. Don't give a damn. Short of being a pedophile, like our pedophile protester, I will think good of this lady because she had good points. Didn't know her. Don't know anything about her. And I don't want to sound like a preacher or religious guy. I want to sound like a human being. It wasn't right what happened to this lady. And then in death, this rotten piece of crap Belleville News Democrat destroy her reputation. Maybe she didn't have a good reputation. Didn't have anything to do with the story. The story was she was killed. The story was she was dismembered, beheaded. The story was she was somebody's mother, daughter, sister, friend. That's the story. It's not what she did through her life. Unbelievable, people. Let's take a quick break. I'm pissed off. You rotten bastards, you son of a bitches at the Belleville News Democrat, kiss my ass and don't give a damn. Don't give a damn. Come after me like these rotten bastard politicians because Bob Romanik, until he quits breathing, is going to expose you rotten bastards. And people, if you don't like me for it, don't like me. But understand what I'm saying is truthful. Don't like me. I'd like to make a friend along the way. Even though I'm going to piss people off, maybe I don't make a friend, but I'll be damned. I'm going to make a difference, a positive difference. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of Radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM. Simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting. America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, very proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. A good friend, not only of ours, but of everybody in St. Clair County. Mr. Ed Cockrell just walked in, and that's always an honor and a privilege. Ed is a candidate for Board of Review in St. Clair County come November, and I don't think you could get a better candidate. This gentleman knows a little bit, knows a lot about everything, and we had talked off the air a few times, and he said that he's going to make it easy for the people of St. Clair County to understand their tax situation and their tax problems. Ed, it's always a pleasure to have you here. Thanks. You're not here to endorse me or support me. You're here to be transparent. And I like what you said you're going to do when you get elected to the Board of Review, that you're going to go all out through the community, let the people understand their tax rights. You know, I go up to the courthouse, you can't get an answer. They say, get you an attorney. I mean, you're going to bring the problems to the community, all throughout the community, and that's what we pay political people to do. And I mean, it's something so novel. It's well thought out, and I think the people of St. Clair County are going to appreciate it once you get elected and explain to them without costing them. And as you said before, and you can see, I know you'll say it again, you're not out to screw the county, but you want to see the people, everybody, Democrats, Republicans, all get a fair shake on their taxes.
Yeah, thanks, Bob. I appreciate hello, everybody out there in Radio Land. Happy Thursday to you. Hope you got a good holiday plan for you and your family coming up.
Oh, that's right. Happy Easter to everybody.
Yes, yes. And happy Good Friday, even though we don't celebrate Good Friday in St. Clair County. Mark Kern doesn't allow that, but happy Good Friday, because if it wasn't for Good Friday, the rest would all be academic, I guess. But
well,
we won't get into that discussion today. No, Bob, I'm running for Board of Review because I think it's all about fairness. And I don't think anybody minds paying their fair share of taxes. And it's all based upon the value of your house. Now, there's different ways to find value and things like that, and that's a discussion for another day. But what I want to do is make it convenient for the taxpayer who has an issue. You know, you can call me on my cell phone anytime, 618-406-5767. Again, 618-406-5767. And if I don't answer, I will call you back. You may not like what I have to tell you, but I will call you back. But most of us just got a reassessment card in the mail. Excuse me. And if anybody's got any questions or comments or concern, call me. And I was on a very extended conversation with a guy that really didn't understand it this morning, and finally the light bulb went on after a few minutes. But what I want to do, if you want to go peel your taxes, you being man, woman, you know, black, white, green, purple, Republican, Democrat, Independent, it doesn't make any difference. You have to schedule a hearing with the Board of Review to go in and say, I don't think my assessment's fair. Okay. You have to do that up at the courthouse during the day. You have to take the day off work or find somebody to watch the kids or watch somebody you may be caretaking for. You have to go up there and present your case. What I want to do is maybe look at some evening or weekend hours, 6 to 9 for a couple of nights a week. Call a township or a village hall and say, hey, look, do you mind if I come out there with my laptop computer?
On a Saturday.
Saturday morning, right, from 9 to 12 or 6 to 9 on a Tuesday and Thursday or Monday or Wednesday or whatever, just to come out and make it convenient for the taxpayers to come to me instead of having to make the trip to Belleville, find a parking place, park in the garage, walk across there. I just want to make it convenient for the taxpayers because it is all about the taxpayers.
Yeah, I agree, Ed, and I think when you get out politicking this summer and you explain to people, I don't know why your worst enemy wouldn't vote for you because you believe in transparency. What great people. This man's going to come out on a Saturday to like Millstadt, maybe Freeburg. Make it on a Saturday in the morning where people don't have to take off, where they can make time to do it. See, Ed Cockrell wants to be fair. He wants to be transparent. These son of a bitches and Ed, and you know, up here at the courthouse, they don't want to give you any information. You want to get out there and give the people all the information about how to get fair and impartial tax rates and tax payments. And I appreciate that. And you're right, Ed. I want to pay my fair share. But when I see other people like the Mosleys down in East St. Louis and son of a bitches not paying a penny because of their political hookup, it just pisses me off as a taxpayer of St. Clair County.
Well, Bob, and that's the flip side of the coin. There are some out there who don't pay their fair share, and that's just wrong. And I'm talking individuals, I'm talking businesses, and I don't care. And when people call me about a tax situation, my first question is not what your political party is or your political leanings. I don't care. What's the value of your property? What do you feel it's worth? And, you know, if you have to get an appraiser involved, we can do that. If you want to do some comparables or talk about it, I'm a certified Illinois assessing officer. I've been that for almost 7 years now. So I'm qualified, although St. Clair County is the only county in the state of Illinois, even Cook County, requires its Board of Review members to take and pass a test, which I've taken and passed, by the way.
Well, you're probably the only one, aren't you?
There's probably a couple of others in St. Clair County I'm talking about.
I'm not the Board of Review people. I mean, you know, you can get elected, Ed. You've been in the tax business for forever. There's people who can get elected. You don't need any qualifications to be on the Board of Review, do you?
No, none.
None whatsoever.
The registered voter in St. Clair County.
And they're going to tell you how to equate, how to get a fair shake on your taxes when they don't know. They ought to have some kind of professional training before, just like you can't be a state's attorney without being a lawyer. Why can't you not be on the Board of Review to mess with my taxes until you're somebody like you that's been trained and educated in the tax process?
Well, like I said, every other Board of Review in the state of Illinois requires a Board of Review exam.
St. Clair County is the only one that we have unqualified people everywhere, so that's not, that doesn't surprise me a bit, Ed.
I don't want to say they're all unqualified, Bob. They're just not certified. So,
well, if you no, hey, don't tell me if you're not a pilot with a pilot's license, you ain't a damn pilot and you ain't flying my plane, Ed. Now don't try to be nice.
You're right.
You're being too nice, yeah. Ed. We got a couple more minutes, but I want to thank you for coming on. You always with this valuable information, and you are my friend, and I hope the good people of St. Clair County get to meet you, get to understand what you're about, because you're fair to everybody. I heard you on the phone one time to a Democrat, and you said, sir, I don't care, whatever I can do for you. Now, that's what a public servant does. He does for everybody. You've done for people in the New Athens area. That's why you're so strong out there. I just hope the people of St. Clair County get to meet you, get to understand your qualifications, what you're about, because if they do, there's not going to be one taxpayer in St. Clair County that won't vote for you.
That's right, Bob, but we got to remember there's a lot of people that vote that don't pay taxes, but those that do pay taxes need to make sure they get out there and make it count this time. Real quick, Bob, I want to give a couple of shout-outs.
Go right ahead.
Vince Bowden Jr. is having knee replacement surgery on a replacement. I don't think it's going well for him, so he's getting that taken care of today. Yeah. And then Devin Kammer's having surgery tomorrow. Devin Kammer Sr., he's having some back surgery tomorrow. So keep those two guys in your thoughts and wish them well. And I appreciate everything the Freedom Coalition is doing. I don't necessarily agree with everything you say, Bob,
but
you do. You don't agree with everything I say or do. But that doesn't mean we can't work together.
Ed, that's the problem. These bastards in Springfield, bastards at St. Clair County, if you don't just lay down and let them run over, if you don't just agree with everything, not most of the things, but everything, and we're all people. We all have thoughts. We have different thoughts. We have different ideas. We have different wants and desires, but we can all compromise. These bastards in St. Clair County don't want to compromise, so I tell all the people of St. Clair County, give the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition candidates a chance. And if we don't do right, throw our lame ass out. But don't wait 40 years. Do it after 4. Mr. Ed Cockrell, it's always an honor and a privilege. Come by anytime. Mr. Ed Cockrell, candidate for Board of Review. You couldn't find a more qualified, a better candidate. Not the best looking guy in town, but that's okay. I don't think that's part of the qualifications. Ed, thank you very much, buddy.
Thanks, Bob.
We're going to, we're running out of time. We got to get out of here. But again, this sits in my crawl, sticks right there where it shouldn't. This lady this lady that was dismembered, let's don't think about what she did wrong. We won't have time, because if we sit back and think about wrong and think about all we've done wrong, we won't have time to cast any bad light on this lady and the family. And if the family, any of the family members are listening, let me tell you what, hold your head up high, because she wasn't a perfect lady, but she was a lady. She was a woman. She was a United States citizen. She was a human being. She didn't deserve what she got. It's like saying, let's kill all the Republicans or let's kill all the Democrats. What she did to survive doesn't make who she was. She was a human being. She was a mother. She was a daughter. She was a sister. She was a wife. She was a human being. Let's remember that and forget about all this other crap in the Belleville News Slimocrat. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting at its finest, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. Come on back tomorrow, same time, same place. We'll be all over these rotten, no-count, political, parasitical punks that we call politicians, these no-good ass-white bastards who are screwing us day in and day out, screwing our family's future. People understand. I'm a crazy son of a bitch. You don't have to vote for me. But there's a lot of good candidates running against this culture of corruption. Ed Cockrell, for one. Vote for a man who's going to do something for the community, not just something for himself, not just something for his family. Ed Cockrell will be a true public servant. You have seen there's no public servants at the courthouse. They're all political, parasitical punks, believe in party politics. You can do this because you're a Democrat, you're bad because you're a Republican, or vice versa. No. People understand this election's not going to be about party politics. It's going to be about politics for the people. Bring your representation back to the real people. The people who are out on the street every day, not the bastards up in their white ivory tires. Let's get rid of these elitists, these no-good son of a bitches. And together, we will continue to march on. We will continue to unite. We will continue to expose these rotten bastard scumbag, cockroach and sucking son of a bitches until we put our foot on them and squish them like the roaches they are. Squish them politically, of course, right here on the dark side.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful.